Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Level Up Luke. Welcome to Soccer Sheet and the Queen City Soccer Show. Little collaboration here. We're covering the soccer tournament, which is a 7-on-7 competition in Cary, North Carolina. Happens every year. This is the third iteration of the competition. I arrived here yesterday to begin my coverage, and it is my third year here. I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a rundown of the tournament so you know what the deal is, what to expect. So June 4th through 9th, currently as I'm recording this, June 5th. So you still have time to get up here for the weekend, which is the when everything gets good, when it gets really exciting in the knockout phases. So this was created by the founders of the basketball tournament, which has been happening every summer for about 10 years. I'm a fan of that one. The Syracuse alumni team, Boeheim's Army, won that in 2021. And the unique thing about the basketball tournament is that it ends with the Elam ending. And that means that when the second half finishes, they add 10 points to the score. First team to hit that score wins. 10 points added onto the leading team's score. So the team that's behind can make a rally, come back, and as long as they hit that number first, they win. And every game in the basketball tournament ends in a buzzer beater. It's a final shot, walk-off to end the game. They took this idea and converted it to soccer. So at the end of regulation, they add one goal to the leading team's score. So if it's 3-2, then the target score is 4, and whoever hits that first wins. Now, to make it more interesting, every 5 minutes in added time, they subtract a player from each team. So you could have a game that ends 2v2, and as long as they hit that target score of 4, they win. So it's really exciting. It's very fast-paced. There's no offside rule. There's no slide tackles allowed. There are kick-ins at the side instead of throw-ins, and rolling substitutions for each team. So this is an exhibition tournament, very fast-paced, very exciting. Some storylines going into this year. So Sergio Aguero and Luis Nani both have teams that they're entering in. Nani was the runner-up in last year's tournament. Aguero didn't quite get off his feet. His team, they weren't really adjusted to the style of competition. But these teams have another chance to match up in the soccer tournament 2025. Now, there are big teams. So established clubs can enter their teams, usually academy players, alumni of the team that have retired, and then friends and other players that they've networked with from all over the world. And this year we have Borussia Dortmund, we have Bayern Munich, AFC Bournemouth, West Ham United, Plymouth Argyle, Club America, Cagliari Calico out of Italy, Atletico de Madrid, Villarreal. Some big names are entering the competition. You also have a really cool influencer, social media type of presence here. So Pat McAfee's returning for a second year, leading Conceifa SC. He's going to be broadcasting the Pat McAfee show live from the soccer tournament. He started up yesterday. It's super cool if you're a fan of Pat McAfee. You can see him on ESPN and YouTube. Personally, I'm a fan. I know kind of hit or miss with some people, but it's great to have on in the background while I'm working from home. So, I love it. I think it's great. And he brings a lot of energy and fan engagement to the event. We actually interviewed some Conceifa SC players who are like indoor soccer players for, their main experience. And that indoor soccer, arena soccer experience translates really well to the fast-paced style of the soccer tournament. They're absolute ballers. National team legend Breck Shea is also on the team, and Charlotte FC alumni Justin Miram, who I got to say what's up to yesterday, talked to him for a few minutes. Really cool to see him. There's another team, #United, which is Spencer Owen's team, and they bring a hardcore fan base. It's like an esports team, and they also have a club in the English system. U.S. men's national team YouTuber, social media presence Tactical Manager has entered a team, and I followed Tactical Manager for years. He's really smart. I like his analysis of the national team. Wrexham has been a presence since year one, so the Wrexham Red Dragons are competing in the men's and the women's bracket. We're going to have some exclusive interviews with some of the women's team players, Del Morgan, We have Ben Tozer from the men's team that we're going to have an interview with, and this is on soccersheet.com. You can find all this coverage as well as the Queen City Soccer Show YouTube and TikTok channels at QCSpod, and we're going to try to post them here on the feed as well, anywhere that podcasts are sold. So returning this year, another storyline, La Bombonera, which is a Spanish-speaking based team out of Delaware. They actually won last year. They're very exciting, and they're off to a hot start this year. Newtown Pride won the inaugural TST in 2023. They play a really kind of slow defensive style. They hold the ball off. It's very frustrating. And starting last year, fans would actually start booing Newtown when they got the ball because they're just going to hold it. And it's very frustrating, but it wins games. So those are some of the storylines to watch. Now, in the inaugural competition 2 years ago, they had a mixed bracket. And this year, it's going to be separate men's and women's brackets. Last year, they debuted the women's tournament with 8 teams. Now they're up to 16 teams. So the U.S. women's national team has a presence here with Carly Lloyd, Heather O'Reilly, Allie Krieger, and they actually won the tournament last year, beating North Carolina Courage. This year, Hope Solo's entering a team, so that's a huge storyline coming into this one. NWSL powerhouses North Carolina Courage and Angel City have teams that they're including, and the Wrexham Red Dragons, as we said. There's a number of other teams, and the women's tournament I've been hearing a lot more hype for this year. Now, the men's winner and the women's winner both win $1 million. So it's an all-or-nothing $1 million prize on both brackets. Very exciting. ESPN Plus is going to be streaming a lot of the games, and ESPNU will simulcast 20 of those select games. So you can find this on broadcast TV, streaming. ESPN Deportes is going to be covering some of this. You'll know some of the commentators here: Hercules Gomez, Sebastian Salazar. Love those guys. Alexis Nunez. And you'll also see covering some of the individual games: Tony Husband, Michael Lahoud, Elise Woodward, and friends of Charlotte FC, Lloyd Sam and Jess Sharman, will also be broadcasting games in the men's and women's brackets, respectively. So you can go to tst7v7.com to get tickets, to find the full schedules, and tst-stats.com to get a full rundown of the results, the scoring, all that. tst-stats.com, archive of past year scores. So I just want to give you a recap of day one here. It was a hot, bright, sunny Carolina summer day. Sweating, through my clothes here. I went back in between the sessions to my hotel, took a shower, and came back out for the night session. So Group A, La Bombonera, I told you they're the defending champions. Big 4-0 win to start the contest. 10-0 all-time at TST. Liga Food, I guess, 7. Lit up the second match, and that was a 6-3 win, huge win. Group A off to a huge start. Group A, I think La Bombonera is the favorite. They look almost sure to advance. Group B has Calico. They had a big 3-1 win to enter, and Cardinal Legacy and Hoosier Army, the Stanford and Indiana University alumni teams, respectively, also got wins in the competition. Group B is wide open heading into day 2. Group C, Nani FC, Louise Nani, big win, both matches. They are almost certain to advance. Drip FC and the 610 both had 1 win on the first day, so it's going to be a showdown on day 2 to see who advances out of Group C. Shout out to the 610. One of their players is carrying around a big belt and boombox, and he wants to wrestle Pat McAfee for the belt for the greatest soccer player ever. I thought that was pretty funny. They're out of Philadelphia, the 610. So a little bit of Philadelphia-Pittsburgh rivalry there. You can see the impact that McAfee's having on the competition. It's a lot of fun, a lot of showmanship. Group D, really cool. Boca Dallas, new team this year. They got a clean sheet in their first game. Newtown Pride also got a win. It looks like Newtown winning their evening contest as well is almost certain to advance. Dueling for Lincoln, a veteran team, sickos of this competition will know, dueling for Lincoln. They got a win, and so it'll look like it's down between them and Boca Dallas for the second spot in Group D. Reggae Rovers, huge team last year. They are 6-1 all time at TST, and they got a win in their first contest, lost the second one to Pumas de Alabama, who's a new team, huge upset. It looks like Reggae Rovers and Dark Horse NCU are going to battle for their placement here on day 2, but Pumas de Alabama, surprise upset, trying to make a Cinderella run out of Group E. Group F is a really high attention fixture here. This is Pat McAfee's Concaifa SC. They defeated AFC Bournemouth 3-1 in their first game, and they dominated Real Atletico 5-0 in the second game. So Concaifa looks like they're certainly advancing. Wrexham Red Dragons also advancing. So those two teams are playing today in what is probably the highlight match of day 2 to determine first and second place in the group. Wrexham off to a great start. They absolutely destroyed Real Atletico, and they also destroyed AFC Bournemouth. So Concaifa and Wrexham on a collision course today. Group G, there's several groups, so bear with me here. West Ham United beat Brown Ballers FC. I'm not going to make any comments about that. Villarreal beat 10-15 FC. But then 10-15 FC won their second game of the day, and Villarreal won their second. So it looks like they're certainly advancing, but 10-15 and West Ham are going to control their own fates in day 2. We'll see how that goes. Sneaky Fox 97, 3-1 win over Mexicana Express in Group H. Bumpy Pitch with a win. Sneaky Fox certainly going to advance after they won their second game of the day. And Soccer Central Saturdays is the third one that's in contention here. They're going to play Bumpy Pitch. We'll see how that goes. Hashtag United, Spencer Owens Club. They took down Tobacco Road in the first game. Pasha Luxury FC narrowly defeated Tactical Manager in their first game, but Tactical Manager came back and won the second game. So it looks like Pasha Luxury is advancing. Hashtag United and Tactical Manager have a showdown today to determine that second spot. We'll see if they can make it out of the group stage here. Group J, Freedom United with an early win. That was over Borussia Dortmund, who actually dropped both of their games on day 1. Plymouth Argyle got a victory in their first 2 games, so they're looking like they're going to advance. Drunken Monkeys got a win. So Freedom United versus Drunken Monkeys, great name, love it. Are going to be that's going to be 2 teams that are in control of their own destiny here in day 2. Group K, Quick Goal FC. Talked to some of the staff there. They seem pretty cool. And Roja Eagles played, and Quick Goal got the win. Roja Eagles won in their second game of the day, though. Soccer Roof won both of their contests. They're looking like a surefire advancement here, but we'll see how Group K turns out. Finally, Group L, you have Sergio Aguero with Selección Portero, and they won both their games. Aguero looks like he's making a huge comeback this year after a disappointing debut last TST. And Certified Lions and Trident FC are going to be duking it out today to see who advances out of Group L. Trident FC, we've done the interviews with them last year and this year, so we'll be posting some of that content. I'm definitely pulling for him, but it's an uphill battle in Sergio Aguero's group for that second spot. So that wraps it up for the men's bracket. The women's bracket, I'm going to try to get you a separate preview for. USA Women and Wrexham Red Dragons, Angel City, North Carolina Courage, Hope Solo. A lot of storylines going on there. So stay tuned to soccersheet.com for all of your TST coverage and the Queen City Soccer Show on the podcast feed. This is Level Up Luke signing off, and I will see you guys soon. Let's go. The soccer tournament, 7v7. It's a blast. It's a soccer holiday. If you can get up here to Cary, North Carolina, I highly recommend it.